Can't tell you how many times we get these questions. What decoy do you use and how do you set them up? Okay, we've already talked about distance. You're gonna see I'm gonna set every decoy right here. I don't have them all, I can't afford them all and I can't find them all, but Shields pretty much sells them all. So we got a whole bunch of decoys that I'm gonna run through as quick as I can and show you how we would set them up and at what time of year and why we would do what we're doing. So let's start at the beginning of the season. So the beginning of the season is wintertime, maybe they're still in flocks. I'm not the guy, and typically I would tell you, most people I know would say, throw a hen out there, because the toms haven't decided on anything, and that's all they're gonna use, they're done. They stick a hen out in front of their blind, and they figure they're gonna come. They're not into chasing each other around and stuff like that yet. I'm gonna tell you that even early season, I'm gonna have that hen, but I'm going to have a strutting tom. And I think what happens with any kind of hunting, once you have some success with something, you kind of go back there all the time. And I can't tell you how much success I've had with strutting toms. We actually had one mounted for a while that we used, called him Mr. T. He could take a beating. And he was 100%. Every time we put him out, it was working. So when companies like Primos and other ones started coming out with these, we couldn't help but go there. See that real movement in that tail? I love this. So having this decoy set up, again, I wouldn't have them this close. I'd have them separated a little bit, maybe her even a little farther away. But even early season, I'm going to a strutting tom. Next one I'm gonna bring over here though, I'm gonna show you the difference. Here's same decoy, pretty much. So this one here is Killer B. And the reason you know he's Killer B is a little smaller in frame, shaped a little bit differently, and then he's the one that gives you the ability to move his tail. Big difference that you see in these two decoys is silk fan to a reel fan. The moment I get this, I get rid of it. If you're a shotgun hunter, you probably get away with it. You can actually get turkeys to come in and they'll skirt around the decoy a little bit, and you don't need them right on top of you to get a shot. You won't get many turkeys that'll come right to this silk fan and kind of hang around right around it, which is what we're trying to get them to do. We want them right on there. So the moment that I get one of these decoys, and several brands make them, I get rid of the silk fan and I get the reel fan and put it on there. The one other thing I would like to talk about fans is I did have someone tell me one time, I used to spend a lot of time making sure it was just perfect. I would even turn this around, I would actually glue the next round of feathers on there. I had a guy one time tell me that if you ever watch a sick turkey, like a pin-raised turkey, and you get a sick one and his feathers are all messed up, all the other turkeys are always beating on him. And he said, do that to your decoy, leave it like this. Leave it where it's kind of beat up, because that's a weak turkey. So then that means when the tom finally sees your turkey, more likely to rush in because he knows that it's not a very dominant bird. So we started doing that. I can't say that it's been like a huge difference, but it's definitely not hurting us, and I'm not wasting all the time gluing all those other feathers on and all that stuff, only to have them all come off in the bag. So as we move through the season, guys, we're gonna start showing you some of the next setups and some of the other decoys that we like or don't like and why. I'm not picking on any particular company. I have no preference. I've been using the Primos calls and the Primos decoys for a long time. They work with us, they work on the turkeys, so that's what you're gonna see me talking about, but at the same time, I got a bunch of others here as well. Man, I love doing this stuff, and if you guys do too, I hope that we're helping you so that you don't make some of the same mistakes we made. But send us in your questions, send us in the things that you've seen. Thanks for watching.